Hi, I'm Sophia Kleinsasser. I'm one of the judges on the Bulgarian Creative Writing Competition jury. In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the criteria used by judges to evaluate student writing. I'm going to read a few examples of student writing as well to help you get an idea of what we're talking about. So, there are 5 categories that are used. The first and the most important is creativity. Creativity is made up of 4 different questions. The first question, is it innovative? Is it free of everyday cliches? Refers to the originality of the piece. The second question is similar. Does it make the reader think? Is it unique with new and fresh ideas? So here's an example of an innovative piece of writing. When the beetles rush into your brain and the birds make their nests in your hair, you must have realized you've been a tree for quite some time. By the way, I think a dog has marked its territory. On you. Just letting you know. The third question in this category is, are there vivid details and clear imagery? And finally, does the piece grab the reader's attention and keep him or her engaged? In this essay, there's a hook at the beginning that makes you want to keep reading. Like any other snowflake, I was drifting through the air on a perfect snowy day. The cloud that gave birth to me was hanging above a busy and hectic city. For the people living there, a whole hour did not seem much time with their busy schedules and all, but little do they know, a lot can happen in 60 minutes. In the next category, structure, there are 2 questions. It's worth 20% of your total score. So first, is this piece organized in a comprehensible way? In other words, is it easy to follow? Next, does the structure make sense or fit with the piece's content? If it follows a traditional beginning, middle, and end structure, are all these elements there? If they're not, is there a good reason? One example is a story about a meteor flying through outer space, which is running late because it keeps getting held up by traffic and annoying customs procedures. It's trying to finally reach the place where its friend lives, but we don't quite get to that part. It ends with the question, do you think she'll still remember me? What questions are included in the next category, language use? There are 2 of them, as it's worth 20% of your total score. First, is the language use of this piece correct enough that it is easy to understand? And second, does this piece effectively deploy literary devices, metaphor, imagery, figurative language? So an example of this is on the topic, life is too short to wear boring clothes. One student wrote about 2 trees, an oak and a pine, so only one of them changes his clothes each year, while the other stays evergreen. Now that we've talked about the first 3 categories, creativity, structure, and language use, there are just 2 left. While they're only worth 20%, they are still very important. What about adherence to topic? Does this piece, in one way or another, address the topic at hand? Finally, the wow factor. Does this piece wow the reader for one reason or another? This is where really unique pieces can shine. Here's one example. In the snow world, you must be partners with someone with the opposite cut on their snowflake. 2 snowflakes with the same cut being partners was simply forbidden. Nobody in the human world knew that 2 snowflakes with the same cut could exist because they never appeared together. You can find plenty more resources on creative writing and these criteria at the BCWC website. Happy writing!